Yeah, just a quick review of the book, Understanding Ultrasound Physics. So the book is divided up into 24 chapters. So I'll just name each one briefly just to give you an idea what's in the book, see if it's something you're interested in. The first one is the basics. 2 is sound. 3 is describing sound waves. 4 is describing pulsed waves. 5 is intensities. 6 is interaction of sound and media. 7 is range equation. 8 is transducers. 9 is sound beams, 10 is axial and lateral resolution, 11 is display modes, 12 goes into 2D imaging, 13 goes into real-time imaging, 14 is pulse echo instrumentation, 15 is displays and image processing, 16 is dynamic range, 17 is harmonies and contrast agents, 18 is hemodynamics, 19 is Doppler, 20 goes into optimizing Doppler images or imaging, 21 is artifacts, 22 is quality assurance, 23 is sonography in the clinical setting, and 24 is bioeffects. So yeah, as you can see, this is a pretty complete book, and probably one of the more simplified and well-written books to prepare you for the ultrasound physics board exam. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, I think it's a tremendous resource. You've gotten great reviews. Now, if you do a lot of scans, there's another resource I want to bring up. Because with sonographers, there's such a high rate of musculoskeletal injuries at the workplace. Just something real quick here, easy exercises and quick fixes for sonographers with pain. So if you do a lot of scans, or if you just want to, if you have pain while you're scanning, or you just want to avoid, getting pain, this is a good resource. Kind of goes into, starts with your thumb, the wrist, the elbow, works its way up the arm, the shoulder, the neck, the lumbar spine. Basically, this is a book of exercise and tips to kind of keep you out of trouble or treat any existing problems you have. Starts out with like the thumb, goes into like thumb distraction, like if you overwork thumb joints. For arthritic thumbs, they love to be distracted. A couple of muscles that support the thumb, the abductor pollicis longus, the first dorsal interossei muscle, support the thumb joint. So we're just talking about doing one exercise a couple times a week, really, to strengthen a muscle. The wrist, how to instantly lower carpal tunnel pressure, shows you a technique how to do that. Problem with carpal tunnel syndrome is increased pressure. So if you do that technique a couple times a day, kind of keep the pressure down, you kind of avoid that whole syndrome. Wrist distraction, wrist strengthening, a couple exercises there. Tips to increase wrist circulation. After a long day of scanning, a lot of times your wrist has just about had it. So it has you a couple tips you can do, like contrast therapy, alternating hot and cold. Shows you how to do like a massage with a tennis ball for just a minute or two. Kind of get that circulation going, kind of relax those muscles and tendons. Let's see, splints. If you're to the point where you're having a lot of trouble and you're wearing a splint, this shows you like what to look for. What are the better splints? What positions are better to rest your wrist in? The elbow goes into tennis elbow, gives you an exercise to treat tennis elbow. The shoulder, really relying a lot on rotator cuff strengthening. The shoulder is a really shallow ball and socket joint, and it depends heavily on the muscles for stabilizing it, keeping that ball in the socket. Unlike the hip joint, which is a deep ball and socket joint, doesn't rely as much on the muscles. So really, if you're talking about shoulder stability, especially if you're doing a lot of scans as the muscles fatigue, you get that increased motion with the ball in the socket. It causes things like tendonitis, bursitis, that kind of stuff. So rotator cuff is the main group of muscles that support and stabilize your shoulder joint. Strong rotator cuff equals less shoulder problems. It goes into some stretches. Then we have the neck. Shows you like a strengthening exercise for your neck. Has some stretches. Excuse me. And lastly, the back, the lumbar spine, has some stretches. Also has something interesting, multifidus strengthening. If you have back pain, you need to be doing multifidus strengthening. Just says here, the multifidus muscles of the back are the key stabilizers of the spine. Strengthening your multifidus muscles is a proven way to prevent and treat low back pain. So if you have any kind of, a lot of studies out now with the multifidus and back pain. Just about any condition you could name, like herniated disc, spinal stenosis, chronic back pain, post-surgical back pain. They go around checking out the multifidus and they see that it's smaller than normal or it's not conducting like it should. Then if you exercise it, it makes your pain go away. So basically, multifidus strengthening is kind of something up and coming. But yeah, if you're looking for a good resource, you do a lot of scanning, like I say, high rate of work-related musculoskeletal disorders with sonographers. So this will keep you out of trouble or treating existing problems. But yeah, if you're looking for a good book on ultrasound physics, this is one of the best, so check it out.